everybody, welcome again to another episode of Just for Fun Games. My name is Azzy, that's been Roy, or it is Roy.
Who else would it be?
We're back for the next Marvel show in the lineup, and that is Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or FATLess.
Pause.
Balls.
Pause.
It's like... first episode, what was the title? Episode 1, A New World Order.
I know. I thought I knew it was the name of a song or some shit. But anyway, what do you think?
So this is going to be a spoiler review for the episode. So if you haven't seen yet, this is your opportunity to get the hell out.
Get the hell out of here.
And are they gone? They're gone. All right, they're gone.
Dang, you still hit me.
Anyway,
go ahead.
So this is the show that's focusing on Anthony Mackie's Sam Wilson, i.e. the Falcon, and guy who should be playing as Luke Skywalker. What's his name? It's focusing on Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes, whose actor's name shall remain anonymous because at this moment I can't remember it. Fuck. Oh, Sebastian Shaw. Damn it. Now I remember.
There you go.
He really should be like. He really should have played as Luke Skywalker instead of that ugly deepfake they had going on. But nonetheless, I feel like a lot of people weren't expecting a lot from the show, and it opens up with this really great set piece for Falcon, trying to really show off what he can do in his element. And was that the other one I suddenly thought of, like Independence Day? It's like,
yeah, when
this is like the canyon for badass black flyers to kick some ass.
I don't know, something about the canyons, man. But you know, not going too far into the episode. When the hell did squirrel suits, those flying suits, be able to do all that?
Yeah. They look like
I thought
they look like pool floaties.
Yeah, I thought you could just glide with the squirrel suits. Apparently, you could go. They were doing all sorts of things. I don't know what new technology we got. I mean, I'm not no expert about the squirrel suits, but they were doing some stuff that was damn near impossible.
I'm not gonna question it. I mean, it's the MCU. You got a guy with the jetpack and wings, and he's flying around just fine. So,
but whatever. He's got a jetpack. Okay, there's a difference. These guys just got suits.
The squirrel suits are possibly vibranium. Who knows? And like the episode actually opens up with a very somber looking Sam as he's putting on a suit, and I'm thinking, because you had a lot of people based on the trailers thinking that Steve is dead, like Steve Rogers is dead.
Hey Sam.
And I'm thinking, oh god, he's dressing for the funeral. It's like, what's going on here? Big clue to enjoy this show. Get your WandaVision brain out of this. It's not going to be that deep. Think of this like an episode of 24 or something. It's going to be fun. There's going to be intrigue. There's going to be character exploration. There's not going to be any fucking like overarching mystery. We don't have like. Although I did see some M's somewhere, it might be Mephisto. I mean, I'm
oh my god, get over it. We're not doing Mephisto unless it's Doctor Strange 2 at this point. Anyway, that's my say. Yeah, because this episode, man, that was a hard pill to swallow, because you're just coming off of, you're just coming off of WandaVision. I mean, I'm technically not. I say I just watched Justice League yesterday, but coming into this, you're like, is this MCU? There's nothing really going on. Like, yeah, the first like 10 minutes of the show, it's the scene with the Falcon flying through, taking out George St. Pierre's character. I forget his name. The bald guy from Winter Soldier. Forget his name.
I don't remember his actual character name, but I know that in the comics he's a villain referred to as the Leaper. There's probably a reason why they don't call him that.
I mean, but he's a UFC fighter in real life, so.
Oh yeah, no, I loved every scene that he was in. I like him as a villain. He doesn't have to talk a lot. He just kicks ass, and then he keeps getting away. It's like, okay, I'm good with this. Keep coming back.
Yeah, that was one of the things. Did he get away in Winter Soldier?
Yeah, he got away.
Oh, okay, that's why I was like, why is he back in here? Okay, I thought Captain America took him out or something.
Yeah, but he wasn't killed.
Oh, I'm not saying
He didn't die.
now let's say, for the record, ain't nobody survived this shit that happened in the beginning of this show. Ain't nobody survived. Captain Falcon was killing people.
Just a reminder, this is not a kids show. This is not. All superheroes do not live by the Batman rule of no murder, okay? Sam was totally okay with that shit. Like, Red Wing got an upgrade. He's smaller, he's slimmer, and like he has like one like slit that can either be a laser or a rocket launcher. Multifaceted is what it is. And apparently Sam is skilled enough in order to repair his own tech, so that's good. I mean, he's not reliant on someone else to take care of it. But I liked the slow burn nature of it. I liked how we got to see into each character's issues. Like Falcon's trying to while having a semi-celebrity status, he gets back and he's really trying to reconnect with his family, and they're going through a whole bunch of shit because they had to try and survive after during the blip while Sam was just gone. And I remember there was somebody else that was talking about it online, and I'm really glad that they're taking the blip as seriously. Like, we keep seeing it come back up at how it affected the world. Because think about it. HBO had a critically acclaimed show where just 2% of the world's population disappeared, and it drove everyone crazy. Half the world was gone. That's going to cause a ton of problems. And then they just reappear after like 5 years of adjusting to that like reality.
You know the joke we always have is like, "Hey, I'm home, honey. What are you doing with Bob, our neighbor?"
It's like, you were dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's cool. You know, they still, you know, like now you're going to see everything after this point. It's like, yeah, after the blip, you know, before the blip, what did you do? Yeah, it's cool. But at this point, you know, after this, we don't need to dwell too much into this. We already know what's happened. Just like
on it, it's just that it is an important factor to the world now. It can't just be ignored. Like, I think we would all lose respect for Marvel if, like, after Endgame, it was like, yeah, that happened, and nobody cares. Yeah, everything just goes right back to normal.
Now, go ahead, about say, because mine's like this whole episode is short and sweet, but I didn't really care for the Falcon's side of the story, his side of the story, where he was, you know, messing with his sister, trying to get a loan, trying to save the boat and all that.
The fishing business.
Yeah.
Well, I think, well, what we're really getting out of this is that I think Falcon is like, not to hit the nail on the head, but Falcon is very much going to be the vehicle of trying to deal with race relations and how, like at the bank, even though he had that semi-celebrity status, it really didn't seem to matter. And, you know, the insinuation was thrown around. It's like, oh yeah, you know what? We know why we're not getting a loan.
Because you're Captain Falcon.
It's like he's very.
Now let me stop. I keep saying his name is Captain Falcon. He's not Captain Falcon. Oh, you're Captain Falcon, man. I played with you on Nintendo 64 on Smash Brothers.
If he had a Falcon punch,
that's all he had to do was Falcon punch. The loan.
Or I'm just waiting for him to punch somebody. Like, if he just has one of those moments where he comes from off screen and knocks somebody out with like a like across the jaw, and somebody turned that into the Falcon punch, we gotta wait and see if they do that. But something I thought of, because there's a character that a niche section of the fan base, like a lot of fans of color would like to see, because like Marvel has created in their history a lot of Superman analogs, and one of the best ones is a character called Blue Marvel. He's really cool, Adam Brashear, and his whole story is that, like, he pretty much helps out during World War II, but the American government didn't exactly want him to kind of be the face of superheroing because he's black. So he retires, and he's like, okay, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to cause a big fuss about this. And he's like, whatever. And he just nopes out, and then he does his own thing and comes back when he needs to be, when he's drawn back into it. And I kind of felt a little bit of that with the Falcon because he very much does not want to take up the mantle of Captain America. And then in that same breath, the world we live in. There would be people upset. I mean, think about in the comics when Captain Falcon, damn it, is like revenge for Sifu. think about in the comics that the way people the way comic book nerds reacted when Steve Rogers lost it, like the super serum was stripped from his body. He became an old man, and Sam Wilson in the comics became Captain America. It's like, oh, Black Captain America. You get a lot of people that just want things to stay the same.
I'll say there's that recent new Captain America being LGB whatever.
Yeah, but it's not actually a Captain America. It's a hero that's inspired by Captain America, and all he does is protect the homeless and runaways on the railroads. But you're gonna get people that are like, eh. Yeah. So you're with Sam Wilson with Falcon, he's going to be telling the story from his unique perspective, and then for Bucky, you have this guy who's attempting to be on redemption, a path of redemption, at least in his own eyes. But I mean, I can understand why you didn't feel that strong about Falcon stories, because Falcon stories feel a little bit more grounded in things that we've seen.
I mean, I'm not hating it. It was just like, I'm not trying to say it was too real or anything. It's cool to see, life after being a superhero and stuff. Like, yeah, reality is kicking in.
Get you that far.
Yeah, about saying that.
And like, remember when the banker was like, it's like, how do you pay for all that stuff? He's like, I don't actually have like money like that. Some people are nice, and that's pretty much it.
You just rob a bank.
you would think, yeah, but you would think that Stark Industries, like Pepper, would still like try to bankroll the people that were involved.
That's how it is. It's like, I'm not getting paid. I'm not being a part of Avengers no more, man. They don't even pay, man.
But I'm just saying, like, these are still people that are going to do things for the sake of helping people. And if that's the case, that's still what Tony did using his resources. You think Pepper would still would be in charge of the company at this point? It's like, you think they'd have some kind of safety net, all of them.
Yeah.
But with Bucky though.
Yeah, his story was, I loved it, because now when you first see him, he's in the actual Winter Soldier getup, and I'm like, what the hell? He's going back rogue, and it's technically a flashback to a previous, probably assassination he had to do or whatever mission he had planned. And there's the guy at the door. He's like, yo, I didn't see anything, and Bucky still kills him. And then, Bucky wakes up in his apartment, sleeping on the floor, which was a reference to Falcon mentioning it to Steve Rogers in the Winter Soldier.
I thought about that. Your bed's too soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feels like you're sleeping on a marshmallow is how they described it.
Yeah.
That's a good callback. With Bucky, you really see him. He's really trying to
get
with
therapy.
Bucky, he's really... Well, the therapy, I like how they make sure to reaffirm. They're really doing a lot of great job at filling in the holes, so nobody actually sit there and question. Like with Falcon, it's like, well, why don't you? I thought superheroes just had money. Or with Bucky, it was like Bucky didn't actually want to go to therapy. It's part of his pardon, but he is trying to attain some kind of normalcy or like figure out what the hell you're supposed to do when there is no fight to fight. And I loved how the therapist called bullshit when he said he just wants peace. Bullshit. It made me think of like the therapy scene on Rick and Morty where the therapist really like got into what he was actually thinking despite the fact he didn't want to talk. Now, but here's the thing, and here's the question I have for you. I did not connect the dots. I feel like an idiot. I didn't connect the dots that the Asian guy in the flashback was that guy's son.
Yeah, I mean, see,
because when he's chilling out with Mr. Nakamura, the first thought that I had in my mind is like, is this guy like a World War II vet? Did he know Bucky? Is that why he's chilling with him? That's what I thought. Like, I thought maybe
Yeah, well, I just thought he was some
that
random
was
dude.
his actual friend.
Yeah, I just thought it was a random guy he hung out with, and what did you say, Mr. Nakamura?
Yeah,
Yeah, trying to set him up with that chick and everything.
Yeah.
that was slick on him. But when they're on the date and they're playing Battleship, and she mentions his son getting
and how
killed,
he's having a hard time.
having a hard time, and how Mr. Nakamura said the police said he was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, and it was pretty much what the police said. He was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And to come to find out,
I still didn't make the connection.
Yeah,
I feel so dumb. I still didn't make the connection.
Yeah, you're not the only one, because when he opened the door to give him the money, and then you saw the little shrine for his son, and then you see the picture, you're like, oh shit.
And
that's the
guilt. His voice started breaking. He had to get out of there. Oh, because
Bucky did some shitty things. He was
he was
under control of Hydra.
But when they're talking, when Nakamura is in at the shop or at the restaurant, and he's looking at the cakes that his son used to like, and talking about how he just doesn't know how his son was going to die. Immediately, of course, like, because I'm watching a comic book movie, I'm trying to read into everything. Still haven't gotten out of that WandaVision brain. I'm like, so this is how Bucky's going to get back into it. He's going to try and find out who killed his son.
I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, he's going to go in there and fuck up this place and, kill everybody because he killed his son. No. Bucky killed him.
He already knows.
Bucky killed him.
Shit. And I had to find out this after the fact. We were introduced to a new character, last name Torres, who was kind of Sam's eyes on the ground when he was trying to rescue the kidnapped soldier in the beginning of the show.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually from the comics. He's who becomes the next Falcon. The only difference is that
I did my homework. I did my homework.
Ooh, you did.
A little bit. I was like, who's this guy? Oh, he becomes the next Falcon. Hopefully, he doesn't get feathers.
I mean, in the comics, he does. He actually has organic weight.
Yeah, that's.
I'm wondering if he's the one that actually can speak to birds, because I feel like I remember that was the Falcon's thing. It's like maybe his wings were artificial, but he could speak to birds. Whatever.
So yeah, closing out the show, we get a new Captain America. Who is it? It looks like Kurt Russell's son. It's Kurt Russell's son. Really? Yeah.
Oh. He looked like that dude from The Crown that played Prince. Was like Prince Charles. I was like, the fuck is that?
I don't know. His chin did not look right.
No, it didn't. That was exactly the thing I focused on too.
It looked like this. I can't. Who? What's that? It looked like Sling Blade. You remember Sling Blade?
Yeah, I remember Sling Blade.
Man, got no gas in it. That's what it looked like.
Oh, okay. So, what would we grade this episode? This first episode, I would actually say that I would give it an 8. I'm not gonna sit there and say that I was I wasn't at the edge of my seat, but I thoroughly enjoyed the entire thing. As far as an opening, I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I thought it was real good.
It's a slow burn for me. I mean, like I said, there were parts where, like, I hate when it's not grabbing my attention like WandaVision is, because WandaVision is like you trying to go in there. What is going on? Falcon and Winter Soldier, you're like, okay, this is their lives after the blip. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the threat? I mean, there was that little action scene in the beginning. That was pretty much it. Well, no, there was the scene with the what's that terrorist group? I think they were the Flag Smashers.
Oh, the Flag Smashers.
Yeah, they had that little scene where the guy punched that character you were mentioning, the new Falcon guy. Yeah, punched him.
Torres.
For me
Flores by
personally,
day.
for me personally, I would have to give it a 7. Yeah, the Bucky thing was cool until the end where you found out, heartbreaker, because Bucky has feelings, like everybody else, and he's feeling guilt.
Yeah. Okay. So, what did you think about the episode? Hit the like button, subscribe, throw a comment down below. What did you think about the minor twist that we got out of this episode? Do you think that they're gonna just levy all like the racial commentary on Sam Wilson? And I mean, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you come back later. We're going to be doing a podcast. We're going to be back next week for the other episodes. And know that Roy has a Justice League review coming up.
I do.
Which I will comment about at some point later.
Just kidding. I have a Justice League review coming up. Unfortunately,
it's a 4-hour-long movie. Okay,
that I watched 3 times yesterday.
3 times.
Oh my god.
3 times.
More power to you. More power to you.
Yeah,
I'm getting there.
Half my day gone to the one movie.
There.
Yeah. But
all right. So again, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Deuces.
You couldn't have done that earlier.
I hate you.